There's about 30 guys with very successful solo careers or careers as sidemen, and it's important that everybody does their own thing to me. I'm really adamant about like everybody in the band having their own careers, like also as solo artists, not just playing with other people, but making their own records and touring and stuff. So in order to facilitate that, they need time off. So we just cycle guys in now, which is, the pros of it are probably pretty obvious, which are that musically we're constantly getting new, fresh energy and ideas and information from people that are joining us on the road. We can tour perpetually. I'm the only guy that has to be there, and technically I don't really have to be there, but I just am. The cons, logistically it can be a nightmare. Guys live in different cities. I think we have 8 different cities that people in the band live in. But it's cool because we just tour in chunks, so we just fly everybody out to one city and then they do their thing. But for example, tonight is a different lineup than last night, which is a different lineup than the night before. So that creates a challenge, which is like you get on stage and it's like, who's gonna play what? Because if there were 3 keyboard players last night in Philly, and then the night before there was 1 keyboard player. And it's not just he's worrying about the keyboard parts, it's like there's also 1 less guitar player tonight too, so everybody's kind of like trying to cover each other's asses and like make sure that the melodies are being voiced correctly and there's not too many people playing chords, too many people playing melodies, that kind of stuff. I think the hardest part is continuing to push forward at times when you feel like things aren't moving forward, or things aren't improving. Generally with this band, pretty much across the board, it's been a constant situation of, well, things are a little better than last time, or than last year, or than last record, or than last tour, or whatever. We've probably played 40 to 50 gigs where the crowd was smaller than the band. When you do that shit for long enough, there's no way you can get an ego. It's not possible. It's not possible to have an ego after that. Most importantly, everybody in the band now feels like, wow, this was a thing that we did for fun in college and now it's potentially a career, And so I think when that happens, everybody kind of feels a little more comfortable in their own skin. They feel a little less stress about like providing for their families, and I think everybody feels very strongly that it has a future for several decades now. We all grew up either with a music teacher as a kid, or like high school band, or studying music in college. Most of us majored in music, or just having a mentor that like really opened our eyes to the world of music. So everybody in the band feels a real need to pay that back to younger people, So we work with youth music organizations as often as possible. I think as musicians, it's just like, it's so easy to just become a self-centered, like egomaniacal jerk. The bottom line is, if you kind of only surround yourself with situations where you're being praised, I think it's unnatural and unhealthy. We're an instrumental band, so there's no risk of us really becoming too popular. But if for some crazy reason a meteor hit the earth and spun it the other way and we became the most famous band in the world, I think that everybody in the band would continue to work with children and, do the stuff that we do for the community, just because we have an opportunity to improve life for people, not just nerdy musicians. Like when you play music, you have the ability to reach every human being on earth, and that's not a thing to be kind of wasted,